I hung out with him years ago when he was emulating me, trying to be me, desperately. I made his career by speaking to him. Otherwise, he would have stayed a nobody forever. Sneako. Like, you're naming yourself Sneaky. Imagine I was saying, hey, my name's Rat.
Bro!
It's a fucking shit name, and
Nigga,
it's weird.
Your name is
I'm not
Cobra.
gonna talk to him anymore.
Your name is Cobra Tate. You're calling yourself a snake.
Well, let's talk about this bullshit because it's trending, right? The downfall of Andrew Tate, right? All right, so Andrew Tate, Sneako, the Hitler song, whatever, selling out, apologising, all this bullshit, right? Snaking each other, whatever it is. First of all, let me get this out. None of these guys like each other. It's all fun and games networking with these type of people, but all of yous are in competition. None of yous want the other one to be above you in conversation or in the algorithm or in the analytics, right? So if you're going to get into networking, you want to network with successful people because your network is your net worth and all this shit. Yeah, just network with people that are successful that are not in front of the camera. Because as soon as you're associated with other people that are in front of the camera, if they become bigger than you or more trendy than you or in the algorithm more than you, they can control the narrative of you. So Tate peaked years ago. All these other guys like Sneako and all these other guys, they've just steadily been climbing. Now Sneako can say something about Andrew Tate, and the thing that Sneako said can get more coverage than Andrew Tate's rebuttal, which will switch the narrative. Well, you don't like this guy anyway, so why are you even in the room with him? Why are you even allowing this guy to have ammo to later switch up on you? But I've watched this space go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. So right now, they're in the politics area, right? So they went from the women, red pill, male, female debate type shit. That fizzles out, people get bored of it. Now they move to the politics. After the politics, it will be deep into the religion shit, right? That's just the natural progression. Now, these people are not meant to be celebrities because at the end of the day, they're just regular people having these discussions on camera, which everyone else has behind closed doors. If you're going to be a public figure and you start touching on politics and religion, you're going to isolate your audience because someone strongly disagrees with what you're talking about. Now, if you feel like you're so smart, people feel like, this is going on in politics, this president, this group of people, this, that, and the other, and they feel like they're smart talking about it, when realistically, all these decisions have been made way before you figured it out. So you're an idiot for getting so obsessed over it and essentially losing money and losing followers and losing your career, putting your family in danger, affecting your freedom and what you're able to do because you keep poking something that's never going to move, poking something that's been there long before you even existed, and decisions been made long before you were even thought of, when you were still sitting in your dad's nutsack. You can't change these things, so why touch on it? Because it's trendy now, it will get you views now, but it always comes back to bite you. It's not just about a song being played, right? A song's played, whatever. If you just ignored that after it got the bad coverage, it just would have fizzled out anyway. But instead, these people, whether it's Tate, Sneako, or the other guys, this is an opportunity. They've got to address it because it's trending, right? But the more they address it, the bigger they make it. And then you got one guy who don't need to apologise because of the things that he wants in life and the way he's made his money and his structure and his audience don't require him to have to apologise to anything or backtrack on anything. Then you got this other guy over here that's got himself in a position where he peaked so big and so strong that now he's walking a thin line before completely being out of here. He can't afford these fumbles. So now he's strategically doing podcasts and doing like an apology campaign without apologising to try and walk that fine line. I don't agree with this, please don't attack me, but please my audience don't disappear because I'm still not apologising. This is a situation they get into, but if they just ignored it and just let it fizzle out, it'll be fine, but they can't because it's trending and they needed to speak on it. And they've fumbled, something's happened, so now these are thinking, well, this fumble's happened, let me climb and stamp on all those other guys that were there that night and try to turn out on top. Sneako's turned out on top on this situation. A couple of other guys have fumbled. And these guys are going to fizzle out because once this politics shit's over, this trendy thing that everyone's... there's only so long you can talk about politics and shit like that before you see nothing changes. Before you see nothing happens. No matter what you do, no matter how many protests, no matter how many following, no matter how many exposes, it don't matter. Decisions are made, it's always going to happen, right? So they'll move on to somewhere else once the public have lost interest and realise, oh, I've just got to control what's happening within my life. I can't control everything external. This was all placed here before I was here. It's all going to be here when I'm gone. All I can do is focus on my life. Once people start realising that, they'll move on to the next thing. Religion's going to be the next thing, right? But these guys are going to fizzle out.